Hey everybody, wasn't sure if the camera was on, so sorry about the little bit of a pause there. Before I start, I didn't cut my hair, it's just back in a ponytail, so don't worry. Anywho, alrighty. Okay, starting over. Yeah, I was just wondering what you guys thought of the VMAs. They were on a few nights ago. Yikes. It's kind of a mess, wasn't it? I haven't watched, I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of the old VMAs. I mean, I saw the highlights, the kiss that went on with Britney and Madonna and all that silly stuff, but anyhow, no, I'm not a fan of the Jonas Brothers, as you can tell from my previous videos, and so I kind of thought that their little stint on Sesame Street that turned into a big, like, street party concert thing was kind of silly. The announcer, couldn't stand him. I thought he was very, very conceited. It wasn't my style. He was throwing in politics every turn, you know, bash Bush, bash this. Like, come on. They're here for the music. They're not here for a political statement. I thought that was so ridiculous. But anyway, that's my personal thought. What do you guys think of them? You know, do you think the people who won deserved to win? I saw it was all concentrated on Britney Spears, which maybe it was to help with her comeback. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, she deserves it. The poor girl's gone through everything. I mean, she's an aunt, for Pete's sakes. Like, that alone's got to be kind of a shock. Yeah, so, okay, so there's the VMAs. The other big thing, 90210. Again, I realize it's about a week old now, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and write a video, or make a video. Write a video. Not either. That's kind of original. I'm going to write a video today. Anyway, my personal thoughts on 90210. There's a new episode starting tonight, and I'm hoping I'm better impressed by it, I guess you could say. I used to watch all of the 90210 series back when it first aired, the 90s, I don't know, something like that, late 80s. And I, of course, own all of the 90210 series and watch it as much as I can, because I'm kind of a nerd that way. But usually spin-off shows, or in this case it seems to be like the Degrassi series, where they had the original Degrassi, and for those of you who don't live in Canada, yeah, bear with me here. Anyway, yeah, the Degrassi series, and then they had, of course, can't even think of the name of it, but the new Degrassi, whatever that was, which, I mean, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. The original Degrassi was kind of old school, and, you know, there's certain things that you like about it, but I don't mind the new Degrassi. As far as 90210 goes, I thought they put way too much emphasis on the first hour of the show, and the second hour of the show kind of drug on. It was sort of pointless. I mean, I ended up leaving my television. I was kind of that bored. The first hour, they tried way too hard for shock value. You know, like, teenagers aren't like that. Okay, yeah, sure, there are some, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, you make them all look like every single teenager has got some huge problem, and that's not the case. Sorry, parents. Or maybe not so sorry, parents. Yeah, the most thing I was most intrigued with, as well as anybody who really genuinely watched the show, the original 90210, was the storyline with Kelly's got a son now. You know, who's the dad? Like, they don't, as far as I know, they didn't get too much into that, so I would actually be watching it for the old cast, and it makes me feel kind of old because I'm watching the older cast, but to me, that was 90210. These are just some kids who want to have their hat in a very, you know, an old show that was on that made a lot of money and had a lot of viewers. The other big thing that I noticed, the girl who played, it was, I forget her name, she's got the brunette, she's one of the main characters, the one with the adopted brother, I almost said son. Anyway, she was really skinny, like scary skinny. She looked like she was maybe 80 pounds. Usually the camera puts on 10 pounds. This girl didn't have any meat to her bones, and at one point she had a shirt that kind of cut the shoulders off, and you saw her, you know, her shoulder blades or whatever. Ew. The girl needs to eat a hamburger or something. The girl was way too skinny, and, you know, all of the characters in them, they were wearing their skinny jeans, and they truly were wearing skinny jeans. So it's kind of a scary message to be showing out to kids, or to sorry, teenagers. I think, anyway, that, you know, all the cool kids on the show are, I don't know, anorexic. So, it would be nice to see some more realistic characters out there. Even the original 90210, you know, cast, if you look back at them, they talked about eating disorders. And Kelly Taylor had a really bad one. At one point, she was, yeah, I'm rehashing that old 90210 again, I know. But, you know, she went on diet pills and ended up passing out, and there was this big episode centered around it. But this one, it just sort of like, this is the norm to look like this. Yuck, no. I don't think I remember people in high school ever being that thin. Even the popular girls had some shape to them. So that's kind of pushing my, you know, the realism behind that. The other thing that I noticed, again, this is going out to anybody who really watched the original 90210, was the very first series started off where a twin, and the female and a male twin, Brendan and Brenda, went from small town Minnesota, I think it was Minnesota, maybe it was, I don't know, anyways, an M word, I'm pretty sure Minnesota. They went from there to 90210 to Beverly Hills, and so it was this culture clash right off the bat. That was kind of the pilot episode. So let's fast forward to last week. How does it start? A sister and her brother moving from a small town to Beverly Hills. Coincidence? I don't know. But anyway, it was kind of the same washed up storyline, but from there, it just got kind of, I don't know, too much for one episode. Like, at least leave intrigue or something like that. Don't try and shove the people's characters in your face so quickly that you're going, oh, okay, well, there's the druggie. There's the one who's, you know, easy. There's the one who gets everything she's spoiled. There's the, you know, it's just, don't class them so quickly. Like, with the original series, everybody was more than one-dimensional. But I hope that changes. And I found the actors didn't seem to suit the role somehow. They just seemed older. And I mean, the younger kids, they seemed older than they were portraying. When I was in high school, there were some young high schoolers. And I mean, some of them looked like they just, you know, stepped out of grade school. Like, it's crazy because, you know, here's the people who are about to graduate, and here are the people that are just starting school. So, I don't know, just make it a little more believable, if you could. But yeah, again, I'm rambling about that show. I mean, like I said, I hope tonight's better, and I hope I can come back on and say, you know what, never mind, I changed my opinion. This is what I think of the series. But I'll give it one or two more tries. Keep my fingers crossed. I don't know. But anyway, that's my little spiel for today. Spiel, that's a new word. I hope you guys had a great week. I know it's just starting, but for me, hopefully by Friday it'll be ending, but I don't know. A friend of mine just had a baby, a little baby girl, so congratulations, Ricky. Little girl's so cute. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well, and to all my friends and families out there, my families out there watching, have a good one. I'm tired. Bye, guys.